So thank you everybody for coming along to our event tonight. My name is Jo Ross and I'm the founder of Travel Tribe. So 6 years ago, just straight after my 33rd birthday, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. It was completely out of the blue, a massive shock. I am the first person in my family to have cancer of any kind. So needless to say, threw mine and my family's life upside down. Now, because of that, went on a huge health journey and changed so many things about my life. And one of them was the career I was in. So at the time, I was working a corporate career. I was working 6 days a week, huge, like 8, 9, 10-hour days, plus an hour commute one way and an hour commute another way. And I was not looking after myself at all. Dinner was whatever was quick and easy out of a jar. I lived on Coke, Diet Coke and coffee and like Vita Wheat biscuits for lunch, whatever was quick and easy. And, my body just had enough. It said, nope, this is it. This is your wake up call. This is your chance to reevaluate where you're at and really, do something with your life. So I took my chance and I ran with it. So I became very, very interested in health and looking after myself, and not just my physical health, but my mental health, my emotional health, really looking after myself. So I started working for myself. I really thought about, what do I actually love to do? And I love children. So I started my own family daycare. Absolutely loved looking after those little munchkins. But after about 2-3 years in, I realised that even though I was doing something I loved, I didn't have that time freedom I was after. So my hubby, my relationship didn't survive. So my new partner and I, we were really loved traveling. We loved getting away in our caravan, and it wasn't long before we started talking to people who were living the dream of traveling around Australia, and very, very quickly that became our dream. We wanted to get out there and explore and see what our big, beautiful country has to offer while we were still, able to do so. And it was always like a pipe dream. We didn't think there was ever going to be a way that we could financially make that happen. And then one day I saw a post on Facebook from a lady who was also in family daycare, and she was selling off all of her resources because she'd actually found an online business that was making her a better income than her family daycare. And it gave her that time freedom she was after to be able to spend it with her children, doing whatever she wanted. So I reached out and I said, hey, can I ask what it is that you're doing? And she sent me a video to watch that's got information on what you're going to see here tonight. And I sort of was blown away by what I saw. At first, I was very, very skeptical. So I did a lot of research and checked it all out for myself. Then decided, you know what, I'm going to jump in, give it a try. And I honestly have never, ever looked back. So in 2 years, I've been doing this business. My life has completely changed. Within 6 months, I was able to close down my family daycare. A couple of months after that, my hubby was able to leave his business. He was been a gyprock plasterer his whole life. And we bought our big giant caravan. And for the past 12 months, we've been traveling around Australia. We got down here to beautiful Tasmania and fell in love with it. We've bought ourselves a gorgeous little cottage, and now we're here for 6 months of the year and traveling for 6 months of the year. So all of this has come about because of the fact of this online business. So what the business is based around is health and nutrition, because what I have discovered over the years in my health journey is we as a nation are suffering from a lack of nutrition. Our disease, the numbers of the diseases are just climbing through the roof. So when I found these products, I was just absolutely blown away. So this is what our products consist of. They're called Juice Plus, and they are nothing but fruits, vegetables, and berries encapsulated. 27 different varieties. Now, the fruit and veg that goes into these is absolutely amazing. They are all vine ripened. So we all know that, it's not until a fruit and veg is actually ripe on the vine that it contains its maximum amount of nutrition. Now, so much of our fruit and veg that we eat, that we buy from Woolies, our tomatoes are often green, our avocados are gas ripened, our oranges are quite often frozen or put in cold storage for months before we get them. But the fruits and veggies that go into these are picked at peak ripeness. They are then shipped to the factory, and within 24 hours, they're washed, crushed and juiced, and then the water evaporates off and the sugars ferment out. And what that leaves is the powder. And that powder is full of the vitamins, the minerals, the phytochemicals, and all of the enzymes that are still alive because it's done at such a low temperature. They're then encapsulated in a vegan capsule made from tapioca starch and popped into these little into these containers so that there's absolutely no oxidization of the ingredients whatsoever. So what is in here is actually the very next best thing to eating the carrot, the cabbage, kale, rice bran, broccoli, beetroot, tomato, garlic, parsley, or spinach. Like, this is as close as you can get to eating the fruit and veg yourself. Now, we all know the Australian government tells us that we're supposed to have 5 serves of veggies and 2 serves of fruit a day. But they're saying that less than 5% of Australian adults are actually doing that. And for children, it's even less. Now, that is just so concerning, because when you look at the diseases, everything that's going on for people these days, the allergies, the skin conditions, it's just incredible. The amount of people that have indigestion and digestion issues is just amazing. And so much of it can be traced back to poor nutrition. So even when we're trying to do the very best that we can, quite often, it's very, very hard to source in-season organic fruit and veg. Like, the cost of it is just astronomical for the most people. So what's in here is absolutely nothing but the 27 different fruits, vegetables, and berries, and it's designed to just bridge that gap between what we are eating and what we know we should be eating. Now, as I mentioned, kids these days have such a hard time getting that fruits and veggies into them. So what Juice Plus has done is we actually have exactly the same ingredients as what's in the capsule, but popped into a little chewy form. So it looks like, the little red and green frog lollies. They look like that. They're in the shape of a little apple. Sorry, I can't show you one. I've eaten all mine and I'm waiting for my next delivery. They're absolutely amazing. They taste delicious, and these come completely free for children. So for kids aged between 4 and 18 years of age, our company has been sponsoring children and will sponsor children for 4 years for completely free to get these products while an adult is taking their products. We've been doing this for over 10 years, and during that time, they've actually done the world's largest children's health study. And what they've proven is that kids that are getting the 17 different fruits and veggies from these chews, they're on less medication. They have less days off school sick. They drink more water. They eat more veggies. And we've got a whole host of other studies and other things that, have been proven. Jonas, I'm recording this, so if you like, I can send it to you. He's just popped up in the chat group that he wants a recording. But yeah, I'll send it to you. So kids these days are able to get that extra nutrition at absolutely no extra cost. So we have been doing, like I said, the world's largest children's health study. And we also have a charity group where we work with quite a few of the Aboriginal communities. At the moment, I think we're helping out 6 different Aboriginal schools where we supply the chews plus some of our vegan powders, our veggie powders, to the kids. So we basically form a breakfast club so that we can get the nutrition into those children. We also help them grow veggie gardens and containing bush tucker and all that sort of thing, so that it's really respecting their culture, but also helping them get that nutrition in as well. So these are the protein powders. So they're not based on whey products or milk products or anything like that, which the majority of like shakes that you can buy over the counter and at chemists. These contain chickpea powder, pea protein, rice protein. They've got broccoli, alfalfa, radish sprouts, aromath, quinoa, pumpkin powder, pomegranate, spirulina, yucca, mushroom, like all those amazing veggies that we know are so very good for us, but it's impossible for us to eat that every single day. But these here contain all of that. The other fantastic thing that they contain is niacin. Now, niacin's actually a natural B vitamin found in veggies, But what they've done is it's actually a natural mood enhancer. So when you're eating lots and lots of veggies, you feel fantastic. So that's what they've taken, and they actually make that into a synthetic chemical, and that's what's actually in a lot of antidepressants and anti-anxiety medication. So what we found over the years, that people who are taking these are actually able to reduce and even get off some of their medication, purely because their bodies are now getting that nutrition and getting that vitamin and mineral that they need and they crave in its, in its correct form, in its natural form. So these are amazing. They taste delicious. I have a chocolate one every single morning for breakfast. I just mix it with ice and water and have a chocolate frappe. My hubby loves the vanilla one. He has that with frozen mango or frozen banana or berries. He's always making something amazing. And you can pop them in cooking. So lots of people make different things with these. But what I love about them is less sugar than half a banana, but they still taste amazing. Completely natural. There is nothing artificial in here whatsoever. And safe for vegans because it's just based on veggies. So, these are absolutely incredible. And so many people are really benefiting because there's so many breakfast skippers out there, and I'm totally guilty of being that. But if you can start your day with what tastes like a chocolate shake, but you're getting all that incredible nutrition, the energy, as well as, all the benefits from getting those vitamin and minerals first up in the morning, is just incredible. And then the very last product that we have is our Omega blend. So these came out just over 12 months ago, but they've been 10 years in the making. So these are a completely plant-based omega source. So we all know the importance of omegas. Most of our doctors have told us at some point in time that we need to be taking a fish oil or a krill oil, something like that. Tastes completely nasty if you've ever had to do that. But also these days, the fish industry, it's just not sustainable. Like what we are doing to the oceans and the pollution and what's going on with the fish, it is just not as sustainable. But what's amazing is the fish actually get their omegas from the algae they eat. So Juice Plus has been growing algae farms. So what's in here is actually algae oil, pomegranate seed oil, raspberry seed oil, sea buckthorn, tomato, and safflower. So these taste like orange. They're absolutely amazing. Again, even the capsule's vegan. But the best thing about this is the reason that it's taken so long for these to get to the market is because of the way it's processed. Most fish oils, when the capsule is sealed, it's heat treated. Now, what that does is it heats the oil. So basically it cooks it. And then, the capsule goes into the canister and it sits on the shelf for goodness knows how long before we eat it. So it's actually quite rancid. A lot of the fish oils and things like that you're getting, by the time you actually get them, have been so super heat treated that there's actually little to no goodness, and it's possibly even doing damage. It's causing acidity and inflammation in your body. Whereas these are actually cold treated. They're sealed by using cold technology. So it's just absolutely amazing, the technology that's gone into doing that, so that the omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9 aren't damaged in any way. So these are absolutely incredible. It's been proven. We're doing studies at the moment on helping mums who are growing babies. Omegas are absolutely vital for that. Omegas are vital for eye health, for heart health, for reducing cholesterol. There's been studies done proving that adding in vegan omegas can reduce cholesterol, making no other changes to your diet or exercise. So that's amazing. Charlene, you're sharing a story in the comments there. Oh wow, that's awesome. I know my hubby's been taking these. He has a smashed knee from being a plasterer his whole life, up and down ladders, and he was told he needed a knee replacement, but he was too young, and basically just go and take some Panadol and learn to deal with it until you're old enough to have a knee replacement. Now, obviously, that's not going to happen. He started taking these, and within a couple of months, he's gone from not being able to walk around the block to now he can walk sort of 5 kilometres a day. And then the next day he can go for a giant push bike ride, come home. And the best part is he has no pain. There's no swelling, no inflammation. He can do that day in, day out and not be in any pain anymore. So we've got many, many stories from customers who've, really experiencing great results with their joints as well. So what I'd like to do now is we've got a few people on here tonight who've been taking these products for a little while. Melissa, can I get you to take yourself off mute for me?
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. So do you mind sharing with us, how long have you been taking Juice Plus products and what's been your story?
So I started taking the products the start of December, or it might have been end of November last year. So what's that, 6 months, 7 months I've been on them. And I could sit here for hours actually and talk about this. I had a baby last year and pretty much was at a chronic point in my life with health. And actually, I have actually suffered chronic sinus problems. I was thinking about it today, and it's been a really long time. And sometimes it's so chronic. I remember being in Africa, and that was well 2 years ago, and just my nose and my sinus and my asthma. Lie in bed and not be able to deal with it. Anyway, so I had a baby last year, and
Sorry, Mel, you're just breaking up a little bit. Everybody's saying they can't quite hear you.
Is that better?
Oh, yes, that's better.
Yeah, sorry, my phone was near it. So chronic sinus for well over 2 years. Had my baby last year, and I was so tired all the time. I was like falling asleep at 11 o'clock and then 3 o'clock. I was talking. Skin was washed out, my hair was breaking and falling out. My back pain was horrific.
Sorry to interrupt, Mel. Just scoot closer. It works much better the closer you sit.
Is that better?
We think so. Give that a try.
Can you hear me now, all right?
Yeah, that works really well.
Okay, sorry. Yes, I was feeling pretty damn terrible last year. Lethargy, falling asleep, brain, sugar cravings, coffee cravings. I was anxious, I was cranky. And my sinus was really bad. Like, I'd have sinus attacks during the day, and then at 2 o'clock at night, my eyes would be running, and my nose would be running, and I'd be blowing my nose, and my husband would be waking up and getting cranky. Anyway, so when I got the product, it was literally, I really felt like I just wanted to down the whole damn capsule, like the whole damn tub down my throat. It was like my body was just craving it. So I sort of doubled up for those first 2 weeks. And within 3 weeks, I stopped wanting to fall asleep. My sugar cravings completely went, my coffee cravings completely went, to the point where I really noticed that the sugar cravings. I went to the coffee shop, and I love cake. And I'd be always the one that would order the cake, coffee. And for some reason that morning, I looked at the menu, all I wanted was the freaking baked beans. So I ordered the baked beans with no toast, just some cheese. And I went and sat down. It's like, I just want baked beans. And I didn't order the cake. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? And then I realised, I was like, oh, man, these capsules were doing something. So that was sort of 3 weeks. Then at 5 weeks, I noticed my head was clear, and I didn't feel as cranky, and just my sinus had eased. Now, to this point, today when I was thinking about it, I started the Omegas a month ago as well. I added them in, and I really believe they have been the icing on the cake, with the inflammation, because I still say 6 weeks ago I was still waking up with sinus, my nose was running and I'd be blowing in the morning, but that was it. And the last few weeks, I actually have forgotten that I have done that this morning. So it's like it's just cleared. It's really inflammation that's been in my body. And my digestion's better, my stomach is flatter, I'm not as bloated. Yeah, I think they're amazing.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. We've got a bit of a dodgy connection with you there, Mel, but we kind of got most of what you were saying there. So thank you so much for sharing. That's
No worries. Bugger.
Oh, now it's working perfectly. Oh, never mind. All right. Thank you for sharing. So yes, I know your story. You had terrible, terrible sinus when we first met. You had been suffering from it for ages, and not being able to sleep from it, which, when you've got two little ones, is just absolutely dreadful. So I am so glad that things are improving, and that, the Omegas seem to have even helped in the last little while as well.
Yeah, they have. They really have. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, cool. Thank you so much. I'm going to scoot on over now. So we've got Tania on here tonight. Tania, would you mind taking yourself off mute for me?
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thanks.
That's good. So, Tania, you've been in the business a little while now, and you've been taking Juice Plus for a while. Would you mind sharing with us how long that's been and what's been your experience?
Okay. 12 months ago, I met Vicky online through a post. She was posting about work online, so I was quite intrigued, and I thought, oh, see what this is about. And then when I found out about the products, I was so interested, because since I was 15, I've been suffering with an iron and B12 deficiency. By the time I got to 30, I was suffering with blood pressure, and I was classed as hypothyroid. Then by the time I got to 40, I was visiting the doctor once a month, on antibiotics once a month, suffering with bad skin infections. And they just started getting really bad to the point where I was put in hospital. So my health was just really going downhill. I started the fruit, veg and berries and the shakes. And after about the first week or two, I noticed that my skin started getting better. I wasn't breaking out so much. I had more energy, and now I hardly get sick at all now. I'm at the stage now where I don't take medication for my blood pressure anymore. I don't take iron tablets. My B12, my neocytamine injections have gone from having them once a month to every 3 months. My anxiety medication has gone from being on 60 milligrams down to 30 milligrams. My thyroid meds have gone from being 100 milligrams down to 50 milligrams. And the doctor told me that I had one of the best cholesterol levels that he'd ever seen.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing, Tania.
Yeah. Yeah. So I noticed. So pretty much the medication I am left on, I'm down to half the dosage now.
Wow, that's amazing. And so how long, this is 12 months, did you say?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I've been on it for 12 months, but I actually came off my blood pressure medication probably a couple of maybe 2 to 3 months after I was on it.
Oh my goodness, that is so fantastic. You must be feeling $1 million,
Yeah.
like compared to taking what you were taking before.
Oh, I do, because like it got quite serious. Like I got, I had cellulitis, which is like a staph infection, and once when I was put in hospital, I ended up on like intravenous antibiotics for a week in hospital. Then when I got sent home, I had the nurse that used to come around and see me, and I had to do that for 2 weeks. And it just made me like violently ill. And for a couple of months after that, I just like really didn't feel myself. I had so much antibiotics like pumped through my system. Yeah. So but now like everything's much better. Like I hardly get sick at all now. So
That's so fantastic. Wow. So, the nutrition must be
Yeah.
building up your immune system. And oh my gosh, that's just fantastic because,
Yeah.
every 4 months, your red blood cells in your body are completely replaced. So, if you've been on these products for 12 months now, you've had 3 full cycles of your red blood cells replacing themselves, and they're just going to get healthier and stronger every single time. Wow. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. I've always tried to eat healthy, but I think maybe I wasn't eating as healthy as I could be. But it's just with even when I was eating healthy, I was just always sick all the time.
Yeah. Wow. Awesome. Thank you very much for sharing the story with us. And I'm so very glad that you are with us both.
No worries.
As part of our travel tribe as well. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm now going to shoot on over to Belinda. Belinda, if you could take yourself off mute for me.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Good.
That's good. All right. So, Belinda, could you share with us, please? How did this Juice Plus business come into your life and how long ago? Oh, you're on mute.
There we go. All good?
You're all good.
Yeah. A couple of months ago now, I was looking through Facebook. I've had a few health issues myself with my lungs. I'm constantly, my asthma plays up. I've got bronchitis all the time. I'm always getting pneumonia. So I needed to do something with my health. And so I was scrolling through Facebook and I seen Vicky's post and I asked her what it was about. So she sent me a couple of videos and I thought I'd try the products. When I got the products, my husband, he had a look at the bottles and what was actually in them. And he used to be into the gym, like he was a mad gym junkie, so he's all about the health. When he looked at the bottles, he was like, wow, you can't get much better than that. Like, that's just amazing. So I started taking them, and I mean, it's only been a couple of months, but I can I can already see a difference. It's amazing. So, yeah.
Awesome. Sorry, we keep losing you. It's jumping in and out. So you've decided to jump on into the business.
Yep.
So what is it that you're hoping that the business side of this Juice Plus business is going to be for you and your family?
The most, what I'm looking forward to is the health benefits for me and my family. Also for my friends, I want to show them all how good it actually is just from the last 2 months myself. Also, a little bit of cash on the side. My daughter is in school and my youngest daughter is in daycare, so that's obviously it's quite expensive. So to have the extra bit of money on the side is going to help during, the holidays and Christmas and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, we all know how expensive daycare is. It ends up chopping into half your wage these days.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, I'm so excited. I know you're only fairly new into your journey, so I'm very excited to see what this is going to be for you and your business, for you and your family, with both your health and also your finances. could be having
Thank
a pretty
you.
amazing Christmas this year.
Thank you for tonight.
You're very welcome.
I'm very excited. I'm like sitting here bouncing. I'm, really excited to see what comes about.
Well, that's what it's like when you find something that you love and that you believe in. You can't help but want to share it. And
That's exactly right. Yeah, of what I've seen in the last couple of months, like I've never been able to be around anyone that's sick with any type of any sickness really. I've always gotten sick, always, because I've got damage to my lungs that the second, like even a cold virus comes past, I will end up with pneumonia. I've been on that many steroids in the last 12 months that I've just ballooned out from them. And both of my daughters have been sick in the last 2 weeks. So I've had sickness in this house for 2 weeks and I'm still perfectly fine. Like I've been to the doctor just to get the checkup, just to make sure, because I'm so paranoid because I'm always getting sick, but I actually haven't in the last 2 weeks. So it's obviously built my immune system up in the last 2 months. It's made me so excited and so happy. It's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. No flu is going to be taking you out this flu season.
Definitely not.
Awesome. Okay. So, like you've seen, there's so many different stories, and like we'll never make claims as to what Juice Plus can do for you because we don't know. It's not a miracle pill. All it is fruits, vegetables, and berries. But when your body is getting that nutrition that it actually needs, it really can start to repair itself. Your cells are replaced, and that's why we have that saying, you are what you eat. So when you are replacing your cells with incredible nutrition, you're getting healthier and stronger every single time. So along with our products, for all of our amazing customers, completely free, we give lifetime access to our program. So it's called the Juicy Body Transformation. It's all run on Facebook. We've got an amazing lady named Kira Westwick. She was one of the top 10 finalists on MasterChef a couple of years. She writes all of our recipes for us. So these are all super family friendly, really quick and easy, but they're all based on getting more whole foods into your family. So we've got recipes like sweet potato brownies, chocolate delicious brownies made from sweet potato. Tonight I made the most amazing garlic creamy cheese sauce, completely dairy free. It's made from a cauliflower. Like, it was amazing. My hubby was super impressed. So that's what we're very much about too, getting back to whole foods and getting that nutrition into our families. So that's a little bit about our products and our program. Now, as you've heard, there is a business behind this as well. So what I'm going to do is just share a little bit about that with you. I'll pop myself in the spotlight. So oftentimes when we hear about, this kind of online business, we wonder, is this something where you've got to go and harass your family and friends? Have you got to go and, annoy everybody? Is this the kind of business where only people who can do it are people who have, really big networks, that sort of thing? But when I first came into this business, I had less than 100 Facebook friends, and I really only knew the mums of the family daycare children who I was, looking after. I'd been through a very, very ugly divorce. I was kind of like hiding away, just doing my own thing. So I was like, you know what? I can see the power of these products and I really want to help people, but I just don't know if this business is going to work. But what Katrina told me was, if you're willing to be teachable, we can show you how to use social media. So that's what I did. I said, okay, you know what? I want to share this with people. I think it could really change people's lives. So here's me. I did share it with one of the mums of the family daycare kids who I was looking after. She used to drop her kids off to me to look after so she could go to work and then spend most of her money paying me to look after her kids, when what she really wanted to do was look after them. So I shared this with Beck. Beck absolutely loved it and loved the results she got from the free Kids Choose with her little boy. Beck went to work and she shared it with one of her work colleagues, who then shared it with one of her work colleagues as well. At the same time, we get taught how to use social media. So I popped a post up on Facebook And I basically just said, look, is there anybody out there who would like to create a travel fund? Work part-time by helping people with their health, just squeeze it into little stolen moments and create yourself a bit of a travel fund, you know, an extra $500, an extra $1,000 a month. You know, how great would that be for an end of year holiday? And from that post, I got in touch with Vicky, I got in touch with Denise, and I got in touch with a lady named Deb. So all of these ladies, 2 of them were school teachers and 1 of them's a cleaner, and they're looking for some extra income. Now, Vicky, who tonight both Tanya and Belinda have come from different Facebook posts that Vicky's done. Vicky also shared it with a guy named Mark. Now, Mark happens to do a lot of stuff online, and he knows heaps and heaps of people in America. So he shared it with a couple of them, and they've shared it with a few others as well. In the meantime, Vicky's also popped a few posts up as well and shared it with a few other people. Now, Denise was a school teacher, and she'd been a PE teacher her whole entire life, and she was looking for a way to create extra money because her partner had recently been made redundant. So she was looking for extra income. So she shared it with her partner, shared it with her mum, and she also shared it with her best friend, Taku. And then from these guys have then done a few posts, and they've gone out and shared it. Deb also did exactly the same thing, posted a couple of things on Facebook and shared it out. And from this, 2 years later, there's now over 200 of us doing this business. We have thousands and thousands of customers who not only are they getting their health, you know, improved from taking the products, their kids are getting the chews for free. They're utilizing the program, and it's just been absolutely amazing, the movement that we have been able to create. We have customers and team members in 25 countries around the world. So we've now got team in Scotland, in the United Arab Emirates, in New Zealand, in America. It's just amazing. And like, I've had the privilege of traveling overseas, getting to give them hugs in person. I've got team down in Tasmania, and when I got down here, I got to meet them and hug them, and it was just the absolute best. Deb and I'm catching up with Deb for coffee this weekend, and you know, we're going to get to meet for the very first time. We're headed over to Perth next week, and I can't wait. There's going to be 2,000 of us, and some of those people I'm going to be meeting for the very first time. It's just going to be amazing. So a little bit about the business for anybody who is interested. Basically, the way we get paid is 3 different ways. So we get paid a retail profit. Each time we connect a customer with the products, we get paid a retail profit. Now, the only thing that we pay in this business is $165 per year. So we pay $165, we get an online office, and that's where we process orders. So we don't have to buy stock and on-sell it. We don't have to do deliveries. We don't have to take payments. We don't do any of that. All we do is connect customers with the company via our online website. As we also help people come into this business, we also get paid a commission. So we get the retail profit, and then we also get paid a commission for helping other people to do the same. And then the third way we get paid is bonuses. Now, bonuses are the fun money. They are the sort of money that comes in for helping people to get started in this business, and they're unlimited. It's absolutely amazing. So when people come in, they start off as a virtual franchisee, and then within 10 days, they can get their first promotion, their first pay rise, and their first bonus of $100 within 10 days. Then within 40 days, you get your next bonus of $400, but also the person who taught you also gets a $400 bonus. So because we are a teaching business, as we help other people get the bonuses, we get them as well. Our next bonus is $600 for you and the person who taught you. Then we've got SSC, which is a $1,200 bonus for you and your teacher. Oh, $1,200. We then have QNMD, which is a $1,500 bonus for you and your teacher. And as I mentioned, these are unlimited. You can help one person get this bonus. You can help 2 people get it. You can help 22 people. It's entirely up to you. And then NMD is our pinnacle position here in Australia. And once you get there, it's a $3,000 bonus. Now, your teacher doesn't get that when they get there, because they will probably already be an NMD. And once you hit that pinnacle position, as a starting wage, you're probably on between 80 and 100 grand a year, depending on the size of your business. But from there, it continues to grow. So the more people that we help and the more people that we share this message with, the more it grows. So that's really why our business is just a sharing business. You know, like we said before, when you love something, you can't help but want to share it. You know, if you go and see a great movie, you tell everybody about it. If you have a great meal at a restaurant, you tell everybody about it. This is exactly the same thing. When you start hearing stories like what Tania shared tonight, when you start seeing people get off medications, not have to go to the doctor as much, when their kids aren't getting sick, you know, those kind of things, they make huge differences to people's lives. And if we can get that nutrition into people's bodies now, what is that going to prevent for them down the track? So, yeah, that's why we're so passionate about what we do. We also have boatloads of fun doing it because we've got an amazing community and a great team. And, yeah, we kind of like having a lot of fun along the way. So if there's anything that you've heard here tonight that, you know, you've got some questions about, please feel free to get in touch with the person who invited you along here tonight, or if you're watching the recording, the person who sent you this recording. More than happy to have a chat with you to answer any questions you've got. Would really love to help you out. So, yeah, or please feel free to pass this on. You know, if you know somebody who's struggling with their health, who, you know, is really suffering, they've tried everything under the sun and they're just not getting any better, you know, it could just be as simple as getting that correct nutrition into their bodies. So please feel free to share this. Thank you guys all so very much for your time tonight. Really appreciate it.